that even things up, and that's where we sit as we get ready for the second 20 minutes of this game.
What will the second stanza have in store for us? We will see. The Hillmont Hitmen, 19-0 in the regular season, finished atop the Sask-Alta League, but they fell to the St. Walburg Eagles in the final. Meanwhile, Morinville, 11-3-0-2 in the regular season, third in the North Central League. They defeated the Daysland North Stars 3-0 in that final to win the first senior championship for a Morinville team. Kings on the offensive here. Peltier coming in, shoots, stopped by Yanoda. And the Hitmen will clear that out thanks to Colton Anderson. McDonagh just touches it over for McKay. Up now for Newman. Dumps it in. Anderson trying to forecheck. McDonagh keeps it in. It's thrown across. Young is there, as is number 9, Anthony Renier. McDonagh just throws it deep. Renier just put it in front, nobody home. Kyle Harris takes a bump from Anderson, but moves a buck ahead. Maybe a 3-on-2 here for the Kings. Wilson, Harris in his skates, tried to put it back in front. Almost took a fortunate deflection there. There's a penalty coming up here to Hillmont. I think that was a pretty easy hold to call.
It's going to be a roughing call there, and here you'll see Scott Yanoda busy in the first, and looks like he's going to be busy in the second, but sharp on that one there, trying to go 5-hole, steering it aside, and Young's going to head to the box for roughing. He's been walking a very fine line here through 21 minutes of hockey and finally gets busted. He'll be sent off for 2, but he's been a thorn in the side of the Morinville Kings. Lots of slashes, lots of whacks, lots of cross checks, and I saw the officials go over once at least during the first period to kind of have a chat with him, and right there they finally tag him for 2 minutes.
48 penalty minutes in 18 regular season games for Young as the Kings go to the power play. All the way across and back in front. Real good opportunity there for Morinville. Thomas almost kept that in at the line. Thomas drops it off for Cavell. Fake the drop. Thomas setting up. Defense partners Nolte. In front for Thomas. He was cutting in. It's in front, loose. Petersma's there. As is Carr, back to Petersma. Looking across for Nolte. Big body in front there is Cavell. Carr turns the other way. Zach Carr. Long pass across, Wilson. Kings trying to change up here. Nolte. Peltier. Down low. There's a shot off the post.
Nolte had that picked out the whole way. Or sorry.
It's a Carr out there. Carr with it again, down low. There's the captain Harris. Nolte in front. Couldn't handle it. Harris again, all the way across for Nolte. These cross-ice passes are finding their way through, but the Kings can't get a shot off of it. Harris down low for Wilson, looking for Nolte coming in. Hitman push the puck to the corner. Carr will shoot, looking for that high shot again. It took a weird hop off the stanchion straight out. Fortunate for Hillmont, allowed them to clear with 12 seconds left on this penalty kill.
Couple of really good looks there for Adam Wilson. He was buzzing, and he rang that one off the post as well. He had that spot picked out.
Pretty much 5-on-5 now as Young comes out of the box. Granger back to the point for Peltier. Young runs into him. Harris battling with Dudding down low. Pass in front. Anderson through the legs, setting up a rush the other way with Stansfield. And Young. Young, shot stopped by Wilson. His first test of this second period. Long shot there by Anderson. Pushed ahead. Here's a chance now. Brennan breaking in. He's hooked. What are we going to see here? I'm going to say no penalty shot.
I'm going to say, I think we might get a penalty shot here, Grayson.
Well, it's been too long, I feel like. And there's a chance in front. How did Granger miss?
2 minutes for the hook. I can hear him mouthing it, or see him mouthing it, and Here's another look at a couple of great chances. Backdoor, I love the puck movement on that Morinville power play. They're zipping it through the seams, going cross ice, doing everything to get those Hillmont penalty killers out of sorts and out of position. And right there you saw the shot from Wilson that rang off the post. A great deflection there, and on one knee again. Granger scored on one knee earlier in the first period, and right there he almost had a second one.
Let's see what the Kings can do with this power play opportunity. Lots of puck movement last time, but no goals. Thomas, Pietersma. Pietersma shoots, blockered away. Gathered in there by Murray, but he can't clear the zone. All the way across here is Pietersma once again. Top of the circles, back to the point. Thomas, Pietersma, one-timer. That is blocked, and Maydonic doesn't know where it is. It's somewhere in the equipment. Up the pant leg, I guess.
Up the pant leg, a hard one-timer as well. There's another nice save from Yanoda with the blocker hand, looking sharp again. We were wondering yesterday, that strong third period from Hillmont, would it actually be a spot that they could build on and maybe find some success in this tournament? I think we were right. They've looked really solid. They just got to bend, not break on this penalty kill.
Nolte up top, looking for a lane. Cavell down low for Carr. Carr on the half wall. Still has it. Throws it in front. Nobody home. That one's going to go into the stands. A deflection. And so I think they're going to take the face-off outside the offensive zone here.
Young and Thomas chirping at each other a little bit. Thomas was clutch for Morinville yesterday, stepping up and burying the game-winning goal in the third period in their win over Nanton. Sets them up nicely in this tournament here, already 1-0. They got the regulation win as well, which is absolutely massive in this tournament, getting all 3 points available.
Yeah, again, 3 points for a regulation win, 2 for an overtime or shootout win, 1 for an overtime or shootout loss, and then, of course, 0 if you lose the game in regulation. So important to get that extra point for winning in regulation, because it's a 3-game round robin, and the top 2 teams will go to the gold medal game Sunday afternoon. The next 2 will be in the bronze medal match, and then, unfortunately for the other 2, they can just go home after Saturday. High stick here. The puck was played forward with, so that's whistled down. 14:53 left to go in the second period. 49 seconds remaining on this penalty.
2 back-to-back power plays for Morinville, and I mean, you want to give them some credit because they've been moving the puck well. They just haven't really gotten that final bounce to put the puck in the net, but credit to Hillmont too. Standing strong and getting timely clears like that one.
All the way back, and Wilson out to stop it. He'll leave it for Peltier. Jordan Peltier for Jesse Slobodian. Wilson just tips it forward for Granger. He's taken down. No call there against Sean Newman. And once again, the Kings will look to go the entire 200 feet here. Harris, forward for Granger. Granger taken down with a little leg stuck out there, so penalty's going to be called here. They're going to call it a hook.
Driving in wide, and yeah, he just kind of got hooked or tripped up a little bit, whatever you want to call it. I think we can agree that's 2 minutes, so very brief, 11-second 5-on-3. It'll be a little bit longer than 11 seconds. I mean, Dudding's going to have to get back into the play, so it's more like 15 seconds probably of 5-on-3 time before you truly have all 4 of your guys back into the zone. Right now, Hillmont has too many guys on the ice. They got to sort that out, but a chance here for Morinville to do something, like we've seen many times, off the faceoff.
Dudding was checking with the bench to see what his plan was when he comes out. Thomas, down low. Wilson, shot, you know, to save. Another chance. Pelt bounces over the net. How close was that? Almost landed right on top of the cage. Dudding back in the play now. Harris in the slot. Deflected high. And Hillmont will get that one out.
We played just over 6 minutes here in this period, and for about 4.5 of them now, Hillmont has been shorthanded, just getting by enough to not sacrifice the fact it's a tie game.
Nolte, Thomas, Wilson, Puck in front for Harris. There's a pass out. Yanota's leg is down, jamming away at it. Puck is not in, and it's cleared away and gets out. Hillmond escaped just barely once again.
Second time we've seen a scramble in front, and I'm not even sure how they're doing it, but Hillmond is finding ways to escape these jams.
Listen, I'm a little bit less stressful of a clear that time. 50 seconds left on this penalty kill for the Hitmen. 21-11 shots on goal now, still 1-1. Morinville obviously with the majority of the puck as they've been on the power play for much of this second period. Brennan back for Peltier. Peltier, wrister, wide of the net. Brennan will chase it down. Felice was there and he has it again. Back to Brennan. Shot kicked out by Yanota right to one of his Hitman teammates, and he'll put it down the ice.
Time will slowly tick down on this penalty kill for Hillmond, and they've dodged a major bullet. Now let's see if they can flip this into some positive momentum the other way, maybe get something going on the offensive attack.
Felice, and we are now officially playing 5-on-5. Peltier pitching in his shot, blockered away, and then it's off McKay and back behind the net. Great stop by Yanota there. Good stick by the Hillmond defenseman there to prevent an odd man rush the other way for Hillmond. Oh, there's a big hit. There's a shot in front. A lot going on at the moment as Hillmond finally gets back to 5-on-5 action. Maydonic behind the goal. Plays it up for Gervais. Colby Gervais bumps with his man. Lejmadier recovers for the Kings. Plays it forward. Gervais has it. Poked away briefly by Nolte, but Gervais in his skates. Trying to stand up there against Plett. Maydonic. D to D, and then all the way up, and that's going to be icing against Hillmond.
Take a look at some flurry of chances here in front from Morinville, and right there, I don't even know how Yanota kept that first one out. The pad down, and then it's just a mad scramble. Everyone hacking and whacking, and somehow Hillmond were the ones to get it out. A quick shot there, and Yanota got his pad down on that one. And that was a great save too, but Yanota's got just that little bit of an unorthodox style almost. Sprawling out to the top of his crease at times. Even that low shot that hit his pad, it's not the way you'd think a conventional goalie would stop it, but it's working and it's fun to watch.
There have been some pretty unconventional goaltenders who have done some pretty good things, especially at the higher levels. McRae was taken down there, and the Kings have it back at the point with Lejmadier. McRae in front, tipped it once, extra couple of whacks that the Hillmond Hitmen don't appreciate, and even Yanota's in there battling away right now, and it's not quite a full-on line brawl because Carlson's just kind of hanging out watching, but Yanota didn't appreciate
they're still
McRae.
Going at it.
Haven't really seen one of these scrums yet in the tournament. This is our first real big one.
Yeah, like a little bit of pushing and shoving here and there. A couple of guys going at it, but not to the extent of this where it's 4-on-4 and everyone's still fired up and going at it. Tenney and Nolte just kind of standing off to the side and casually observing, but everyone else, including Yanota, right in the midst of this scrum. We kind of knew this was going to happen as the weekend continued on, and get another look at things here. Shot from Lajmadier, goes in front, then right there. 1, 2, and they did not like that second whack, and that's kind of the reason that whole thing started, and you saw Yanota quickly in there. I was peeking down to the other side of the ice to see if maybe Joel Wilson was going to start skating out. Yanota was throwing punches in there.
So I saw McRae, Lejmadier, and Plett go into the box for Morinville.
Young is in there, but he's the only hitman in there so far.
Okay, Nolte's gone out of the box now.
Is he staying in the game? Is he just going to the bench, or is he done?
Well, I can't see why he would be done, but I mean...
Neither could I. Oh, they're going to get some sticks and sort all that out. This will take a minute or so.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have... It'd be interesting to see how they do this, because do you give one to the whack in front that clearly started the whole thing, or do you give the extra penalty maybe to Hillmond? Because, I mean, yeah, there were whacks, but Yeah, see that second whack, I don't think he can do that. He took one when Yonota already had it covered. The second one, I think Hillmond had reason to be a little upset there.
Was interested just to see Yonota get that involved in a scrum like that, and he loses his lid and he's down on the ice. That was almost a little scary for Yonota. He almost turtled. He had his chest protector over his head there towards the end and popped back out.
Officials talking to a couple of captains right now as they get the explanations for everything. Kyle Harris kind of has one hand in the air.
Let's see what happens here with penalties. They sorted out. The other official is trying to discuss with the scorekeepers here, saying, okay, I got this guy for this guy for this. Write this all down, and we'll get it sorted out here.
So it is going to be a 5-on-4. So it'll be a power play for Hillmond. So they are giving an extra to Morinville, and I think deservedly so. The one whack, I don't even think Hillmond would have gone after him if it was just the one while the puck's there. But when you whack once and the goalie has it covered and then you go back for a second one, you're clearly trying to disturb the peace. And for that, he'll sit.
Well, Hillmond struck once with the power play already. We'll see if they can do it again. Some Morinville players still looking for some sort of explanation here.
You're not going to change the officials' minds now.
No. So the penalty they have on the board is to number 22, Kyle Plett. I guess that's just the guy who was left without a partner on the score sheet. So Sparks will take this face off against Carr to the right of Wilson, and the Hitmen are on the power play.
Their special teams has been good for them so far. You mentioned the power play goal, but also 4 kills already on the PK side of things.
McKay. Gervais back to McKay. McKay shoots. Saved by Wilson. Maydonic chases that one down. Goes down low there. Anderson. Gervais looking for it. Cavell comes away with it, and he's going to skate it out and then keep going. Cavell just looking to kill a little bit of extra time here. Dumps it down low. Good play by Cole Cavell. Maydonic lost that one. McKay has to chase it back as Kyle Harris chases it out. Anderson tracking this one down, hounded by Carr. Morinville, we noted last night, they have a very aggressive penalty kill. They weren't able to set it up like this because they got scored on so quickly last time.
Yeah.
Anderson back down around behind the net. Slobodian battling there with number 21, that's Gervais. And we see another penalty here. A cross check is going to be called, I believe it's against Morinville. And so this is going to give Hillmond a 5-on-3.
Yeah, it will go against Morinville. So you're right, a brief 5-on-3 here. I mean, not too brief. 49 seconds. Hillmond with a great chance. And I think they're going to be throwing out the unit that got a goal that first time around, if I'm not mistaken. There you can see Brewman, number 4 on that right point. Set up for the one-timer. You got to imagine that it worked earlier, so they're going to try to go back to that once again, but with a 5-on-3, tons of space to work.
Man. Thought about a shot, spun it back the other way. Now he gets it back at the top. Dudding tried to go across there for Stansfield. Here's Mann. Faked the shot. Back to Stansfield. His wrister off a leg and wide. And then ripped around the board. Stansfield able to keep that one in. Stansfield across. Dudding. Mann shoots. Stopped by Wilson. And great play there by Mann to keep it alive. Stansfield with it again. 5 seconds left on the first penalty. Stansfield takes a shot. It's blocked. Gathered there by Renier, and the puck is going to come out. Plett, if it was on the other side, he might have been gone, but now just a 5-on-4 power play
Still
for the Hitmen.
Still a minute to go in that 5-on-4.
Skating up with it is Dudding to Gervais. Gervais rings it around. His teammates were on a change, though, so they can't keep it in. Plett will head the other way. Kyle Plett trying a little move here. Pretty good defense there by McKay. Michael McKay giving away. Granger still with it. Granger's going to take it back and just eat a little bit more time off that clock. Morinville has a glance at it too before just rifling it down. Maydonic drops it for McKay. 8 minutes to go in the second period, still 1-1. Touch there by Anderson, so no icing. Wilson comes out to play it. Gervais couldn't stop it, and Granger puts it the length of the ice, and that'll pretty much do it for that power play opportunity. Both teams missing chances with the man advantage here in the second stanza.
Glorious chances as well. When a game's tied and you get a power play, you're licking your chops thinking you're going to have a chance to hop out to a lead. Disappointing when the results don't come.
Felice trying to move it up the boards. Murray's there, and we're going to get another penalty, this one against Hillmond, and I think Anderson's just trying to goad the other team into evening things up here.
He kind of just whacked a stick out of the hands. We'll get a look at that final save. One-timer again. Brewman unleashing that rocket, and I love that keep-in as well. Just looks so calm, so poised. It was coming at him with a little bit of speed as well on the back end. He just calmly plucked it out of the air.
So it's Colton Anderson in the box for 2 or less, and the Morinville Kings will go back to the man advantage. They had 3 in rapid succession earlier in the frame, but couldn't convert. We'll see if they can do it this time, as Tom Brennan will take this face-off. Brennan will win it back. Peltier. Thomas, or pardon me, that's Carr at the point. Carr back to Peltier. Peltier shoots. That's blocked in front. Sparks got down low, and he's a little slow to get up. Brennan. Down low. Petersma. Back to the point for Peltier. Back to Petersma. Curling into the slot. Hooked up. Gets a shot. Yonota the save. No call there. That's interesting, because that seemed pretty obvious. But
yeah, it looked like he did kind of get hauled down, but no call at all. We've talked about this before. They're usually pretty hesitant to give a team a 5-on-3, and I think that was an example of it right there.
Harris' shot is slowed up. Wilson collects, throws it back to the point. Thomas stepping in, decides not to shoot, lays it off. In front, Harris has an opportunity, can't get a good shot off. It's going to go all the way down. 47 seconds left on the penalty. Still 1-1. Morinville doubling up. Hillmond 24-12 on the shot clock.
Hey,
Thomas
has just been absolutely outstanding.
Granger. Back to Thomas. Thomas for Nolte. Nolte comes into the middle and finds Granger on the other side. Back to Nolte. Nolte, wrister, just wide, bounces out. Yonota trying to cover up, it's loose still. Nolte's not going to be able to keep it in. 15 seconds left on the penalty to Anderson. Granger trying to get around his man, he does. Still Granger, that has to be a penalty, and it is. Hunter Maydonic, I believe, is going to be called here.
Here's those 3 saves in a row. Look at Yonota right there lunging to the top. We talk about him being a little unorthodox, and that's a great example of it right there. Coming across another chance in front of Yonota, just taking away the bottom of the cage, trying to force him to go upstairs, and as soon as the player kind of looks and knows he has to go upstairs, it takes that extra just brief quarter of a second, not even, for him to adjust his stick, and that was all the difference right there, as a Hillmond defender just got his stick on the chance. And now again, it's 6 seconds of 5-on-3 time, probably closer to about 10 seconds by the time Anderson makes the trek from the far penalty box back into the play.
Face-off won by the Kings. Carr over, the shot, they score! Cole Cavell! And it's 2-1 Morinville.
With exactly a second to go in the Anderson penalty, so not only does Morinville score, they will keep the power play, and Cavell just that perfect shot as well, down on one knee. That is a thing of beauty. And now they're going to actually debate here if it will still be a power play or not.
There was 6 seconds left.
And it says there's 5 seconds gone in the one penalty. So that would lead you to believe that there was still 1 second left in the Anderson penalty. I'm honestly not sure. The refs are talking to the timekeepers right now just to make sure they get this right, because it's not like there would only be 10 seconds left in the power play. It's a minute 55, and here's that goal back at the point and just opens up, sees his teammate in wide open ice and put it right on a tee for Cavell.
Unoda didn't know much about that. He was setting up for his shot through a lot of traffic, and they went back against the grain, and he didn't have much hope there. Now they're just trying to sort things out. They've brought the score sheet onto the ice just to make sure everything is kosher here.
Well, you can't trust technology. Sometimes you need the old pen and paper. Let's get out the calculators, do a little bit of math here.
As long as I don't have to do it, that's fine. Let them do it.
I mean, we should be able to figure this out here, guys.
That shouldn't take too long. I mean, if you look at the penalty to number 17, that's Hunter Madonic, there's only 5 seconds gone from that penalty. There was 6 seconds left on the penalty to Anderson, so there should be 1 second left, but
another goal off the face-off as well. We've talked about that a few times. Teams just able to drum up a little bit of offense, and it almost seems like, okay, and they are going to say it's going back to 5-on-5, and Morinville is not pleased with this at all.
Now the coaches are getting
I want to know what the explanation is.
Wayne Gatza, the head coach of the Morinville Kings.
Like, part of me goes, okay, maybe there was like 5.91 seconds left in the one penalty. That's why it said 6, and then like 5.92 expired off the clock. Like, is that the difference we're talking about here? And in that case, that really just comes down to how quickly the timekeepers pushed the button, right? Like,
well, it's just it too. Did they start it on time? Did they start it early, start it late, stop it on time, stop it early, stop it late?
Because now we're dealing with percentages of a second, really.
Yeah.
Okay, we're finally going to get going
I think
here.
We're good here. So it is going to be 5-on-5. Morinville Kings are up 2-1 on a goal from Cole Cavell on the power play. Sparks dumps it down. He'll chase it himself going against Carlson. He threw it in front, but none of his teammates were there. Wayhill with the steal. Wayhill shoots. Just trickles through the crease. Wilson got just enough for that one. Carr the other way, hounded by Sparks. Still Carr threw it in front. Back to the point with Lejmadier. There's a shot real high, always rising over the net. Carlson dumps it down low. Carr trying to keep it in. It's in front here. Carlson has a chance to step into one. Stopped by Unoda, and he covers up.
I thought he was going to lose the handle on that a little bit there, but he just went to squeeze it. And let's take a look at this save at one end. Quick blocker save and just skittering past the post, and play goes back the other way. Carlson, the big bomb from 21, and right there I thought Unoda lost it just for a second, but he falls back on it again. Bit of unorthodox style here from the Hitman keeper, but he's doing a good job of holding his team in the game.
25 saves so far for Unoda. 4:38 left to go in the second period. 27-13 the shots on goal. Face-off controlled by Morinville. Thomas will dump it down. McRae going up against number 13, Jordan Schneider for Hillmont. They're battling in the corner. Plett comes in to help out. Dudding with it now. Can't get it out. Thomas is there to stop it. Here's Plett. Kyle Plett with a shot. That one is wide. Thorburn back down low. Looking for McRae. He can't handle it, and Schneider will ring it around. Waldorf around here for Murray. And Graham Murray, I think, is going to ice this puck.
Waved
no, he
off.
will not. That's Breyer winning draw weight. Thomas back to stop it, and he has to chase it out of the other side. Murray back down for Waldorf in front, looking for McClellan. McClellan doesn't have any options here, so he just cycles it back down low, but none of his teammates were there. McRae across the ice here to Nolte. Nolte coming in, looking for Plett, hit a stick, and McKay will chase it into the corner, and Hillmon's going to go back to the box here, and more stuff is happening. I think they're going to take more than one player here now that they've come together once again. This game a little rough. Again, these two teams don't play each other ever, but Hillmont knows that they need something out of this game. They need at least 1 point. Would prefer all three, though.
I see. I think 3 guys are going to the box here. I'm not sure what sparked this, though. Like, what got them so fired up at him, where there was 3 different Hillmont players kind of just all going at number 6, Jory McRae.
It was McRae who was in Yanota's face earlier with the couple slashes, so maybe they're still upset about that. But I think it was going to be Murray, the initial penalty.
And then McRae also got one, though. Like, I thought I saw him go to the box at least.
Yeah. So Hillmont was going to get the initial penalty. I think they're going to take probably one of each.
And then there's an extra one, though, and Anderson right now just skated over and showed that he's bleeding. You can see him leaking all over the ice there.
Right.
Right around the center ice parts. There's some blood. I'm not sure if you can really tell too much on the telecast. Right in the lower part of the face-off circle, there's a little bit of blood, and Anderson's now getting cleaned up on the bench.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because Hillmont was going to initially get a penalty, and then all you know what broke loose. We will see what happens here. They're sorting it out right now on the ice. Morinville has 4 guys. Hillmont has 4 guys, and then each of the captains are out there too. Morinville's captain looks like he's going to stay on the ice. Hillmont's captain is going to go off, which leads me to suggest that Morinville is indeed going to get a penalty. They have it listed as player 0 on the board here, which would indicate some kind of team or bench penalty.
Yeah, it won't be that. I think there was definitely something else here. Hillmont is getting their explanation right now. I mean, their explanation is pretty simple, right? It's, well, 3 of your guys jumped a guy on the other team.
Yeah.
That's usually frowned upon.
And also, you were getting a penalty to begin with, so this is...
Oh?
Now Murray's going to go back and...
No, he's gone.
Is Murray out of the game? We'll have to wait for the official call.
I wonder if he maybe got 2 and a 10?
Maybe, yeah. It's not. I'm not sure. There's only 3:34 left in this period.
I'll keep my ears open for the official call here.
Yeah, I was going to say, Tyler, I'll let you listen to that, and I'll call a little bit of the action here. It is a power play, though, for the Morinville Kings. And Hillmont is going to clear this one out as they won the draw initially. Nolte is back to collect it. Hounded by Young. He and Nolte collide. Granger picks it up. Here's Granger coming across. Harris has it. Harris across. There's a shot by Wilson, and it's over the net. Granger back to the point for Nolte. Back to Granger, top of the circles. Nolte. He fires. It's blocked and almost away with Stansfield. Wilson in front, stopped by Yanota.
So we got the official announcement now. It's a pair of offsetting 2-minute minors, and then on top of that for McClellan, there's 2 and a 10-minute misconduct for hitting to the head. So that's where the penalties lie here, and that would be the reason why we have a Morinville power play.
Of course, that hit to the head, automatically a 10-minute misconduct. Harris cuts in, stopped by Yanota. This is another clear for Hillmont, so a couple chances for Morinville, but again, the hitman bending but not breaking at this moment. 52 seconds left on this penalty. Flying up the ice is Carr. Carr dishes it off. There's a shot. Yanota kicks that one aside. Brennan battling there with Newman. Back to Carr. Carr cutting around. Carr will still have the puck. Threw it in front. Either a pass or a deflection he was looking for and didn't find either, and it's back down the ice.
Thought there might have been a chance for a rush, but Hillmont's penalty killer is absolutely drained right now as they've already killed off all but 20 seconds of this penalty.
Cavell, he has the go-ahead goal. Cavell trying to cut in, kept to the outside. Pelche has it. He'll go across to Carr. Carr threw it in front. That's blocked. Pelche recollects. Back to Carr. We're even up now. There's a tip in tight. Goes into the corner. Brennan has it. Brennan threw it in front. Nobody there except for Wayhill, and he'll try to lead a Hillmont charge the other way. Wayhill finds Young. Young threw it in front. It's stopped by Wilson. Wayhill. There's a shot that didn't get off in time from Waldorf. Anderson was all by himself in front, but unfortunately Nielsen couldn't get the puck to him. Maydonic just threw it in the slot, and then Plett's gonna get it out. Plett, Danesiak was hanging out behind Maydonic, but didn't get all the way through as we are with 45 seconds left in this second period.
A couple of really nice looks there for Hillmond.
Anderson up the wall. It's batted away from him. Maydonic hard on his man. Plett comes away with it. Still has it. Lost and skates somewhere. 25 to play. Anderson battling with Danesiak. Plett comes away with it. Lejmadier fires high. Keeping that one in is Carlson. Back to Lejmadier. Down low. Sharp angle shot. Bouncing in front. 8 seconds to go. One last chance here for Morinville or no? Now it gets out. That's going to do it for period number 2. The Kings score the lone goal. They have a 2-1 lead. If you're the Hillmond Hitmen, after everything you went through in this period, you got to be saying, hey, we're still in this, and we didn't play very good in that last 20.
Yeah, and right here, there was almost a big turning point at the end. There was a big save. Right there, you got a big block, and then they went down the ice with under a minute to go, and Young with the puck on his backhand, just trying to outweight Joel Wilson. Couldn't quite do it, though, and you know what, if you're Hillmond, you took so many penalties, you got undisciplined at times, came a little bit unglued. I think you're happy to be down 2-1 and still be in this game, and you can take moments of this game and the moments of the first 40 minutes and kind of go, you know what, we're good enough to compete here and we're good enough to tie this game up.
Absolutely. We'll see if they can take that into the third period and maybe stay out of the box a little bit. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast from Wainwright. It's Hockey Alberta Senior AA Provincials. We have Morinville up 2-1 on Hillmond after 40.